English classes with me, Anwesha Ma'am. Aru aji eta notun topic. Okay, today I have brought before you another topic, which is the creative writing section, and this is specially for those from the CBSE schools or institutes. Okay, this is basically for them. So today's video is focused on the CBSE students. Okay, so in today's video I will be looking over to all the formats of the writing or the creative writing section. Okay, so let's start today's video. So first of all, in the creative writing section we get 12 marks, I guess. For that we have total of 6 different types of topics. Okay, and যিবোৰ questions আহে, questions বিলাক এইটোতে চলি থাকে, এই 6টা টপিকৰ মাজতে থাকে। সো আমি ক্ৰিয়েটিভ ৰাইটিংৰ কাৰণে আমি CBSE ত আমি কি দেখা পাও, নোটিস ৰাইটিং আহে, ইনভিটেশন আহে। ইনভিটেশনটো আমাৰ সেবাত আমি পটককে পোৱা নাই, কিন্তু CBSE ত নোটিস ৰাইটিংৰ লগত ইনভিটেশন আহে, দেন এপ্লিকেশন আহে, লেটাৰ আহে, জব এপ্লিকেশন আহে, আৰু ইহঁতৰ মাজত অৰ আহে। ঠিক আছে, অৰ আহে। এখন যদি জব এপ্লিকেশন দিছে সেইখনৰ লগত অৰ আহে। আৰু ইন্টাৰেষ্টিংলি যেতিয়া এখন জব এপ্লিকেশন আহে ন, জব এপ্লিকেশনৰ কুৱেশ্যনটোত সেই এডভাৰটাইজমেন্টটো দি দিয়া থাকে যে এই এডভাৰটাইজমেন্টটোৰ আগেইনষ্টত এখন এপ্লিকেশন লেটাৰ লিখিব লাগে, তেনেকুৱা টাইপত অলৰেডি দি দিয়া থাকে। তাৰপিছত আমাৰ ৰিপৰ্ট ৰাইটিং আৰু আৰ্টিকেল ৰাইটিং আহে। 5 মাৰ্কছৰ এইকেইটা এনেকুৱাকে আহে, এইটো চাগে 4 মাৰ্কছৰ আহে। তো টোটেল আই গেছ 20 to 18 মাৰ্কছৰ ভিতৰত আহে। মই মাৰ্কছটো শিওৰ হোৱা নাই, মই শিওৰ কৰি দিম নেক্সটত, কাৰণ আমি আৰু CBSE ৰো পেপাৰ সলভ কৰিম। সো ফৰ দ্য ফাৰ্ষ্ট থিং আমি এতিয়া প্ৰথমতে যাওঁ নোটিস ৰাইটিং আৰু ইনভিটেশনত। এতিয়া নোটিস ৰাইটিংৰ বেলেগ টাইপ নাই, নোটিস ৰাইটিংৰ এইটোৱে টাইপ আছে, এণ্ড দিছ ইজ দ্য ফৰ্মেট ফৰ নোটিস ৰাইটিং। ঠিক আছে, this is the main format for notice writing that you have to use. For example, when a question comes, let's try to solve one question. Okay, so firstly you have to write full name of the organization, then you have to write the date, then you have to write this word notice. When it's a notice writing question, this word is very important. Okay, you have to mention notice, then description of the purpose in brief in a small line. Then for the body part you have to write about what is it about, and where it is happening, when it is happening, who are involved, and for whom is the thing. So these 5 things, what, where, when, whom, who and whom, these things are very important. You have to include these things, and if suppose whom is not included, okay, in the question, then you can skip it. But these are the things, if they are mentioned, egita tumalke mention koriboi lagibo jodi question to di thua ase. Then ahi jay june likhise notice kon tar naam to ahiba, designation to, যদি ধৰলা ক্যাপ্টেন হয় ক্যাপ্টেন আহিব, যদি কিবা ধৰলা এই অৰ্গানাইজেশন টু সেক্ৰেটাৰি হয় তেতিয়া সেক্ৰেটাৰি আহিব। ফৰ এক্সাম্পল আমাৰ যিবিলাক কলেজেস আছে, স্কুলস আছে, তাত ক্লাবস থাকে, মিডিয়া ক্লাব থাকে, স্পৰ্টস ক্লাব থাকে ন। তো ফৰ এক্সাম্পল কোনোবা এজন ষ্টুডেন্ট সেই ক্লাবটোৰ সেক্ৰেটাৰি হয়, তেতিয়া হলে তলত এনেকে নিজৰ নামটো লিখিব লাগিব স্পৰ্টস সেক্ৰেটাৰি, আৰু ওপৰটো ক্লাবটো মেনশন থাকেই। সো নাও লেটস ট্ৰাই টু সলভ ওয়ান নোটিস। মই কেনেকে দিছো মই দেখাই দিও। For example, if we have the question as you are, for example, your name is XYZ, okay, itu naam to you are then the sports captain of something known as a DVA for example DVA public school. Okay, then quote ase Delhi, your school is organizing organizing মই তো shortত লিখিছো দেই organizing the annual sports day পাতিছে annual sports day আছে আৰু এতিয়া এইটোৰ বিষয়ে ডিটেইলছ প্ৰভাইড কৰি পেলাই আমি নোটিছ এখন লিখিব লাগে ঠিক আছে এইটোৰ ওপৰত আমি বেস কৰি পেলাই আমি এখন নোটিছ লিখিব লাগে তো ফৰ দ্যাট আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব মেইন থিং ইজ ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট ইজ বক্সটো আমি এনেকে বনাব লাগিব এনেকে বক্সটো বনাব লাগিব বনাই পেলাই ওপৰত আমি এনেকে কি লিখিব লাগিব যেটো স্কুলৰ নামটো আমি হেতু লিখিব লাগিব ফৰ এক্সাম এনেকে যেনেকে ইয়াত দিয়া আছে ফুল নেম অফ দি অৰ্গেনাইজেচন লিখা আছে তো তো কেনেকে ফুল নেম অফ দি অৰ্গেনাইজেচন আমি লিখিব যাও যদি ইয়াতে আমি কি বুলি লিখিব লাগিব DVA পাব্লিক স্কুল দিল্লী ওকে তলত আমি লিখিব লাগিব ধুনিয়াকে নোটিছ ওয়ার্ডটো যেটো নোটিছ বলে আমি যেটো ওয়ার্ড লিখিব লাগিব সেটো আমি ক্যাপিটালত লিখিব লাগিব okay this word has to be in capital letters the word notice has to be in capital letters well this is a pre what to say agote di thua eta class hoy so that it will help them later because for these students we will be having more 4 to 5 classes for them that's why I think that this is better to send it to them because this class is not just a recorded class this will also not just a live class it will be also posted as a recorded class so if I am doing this right now if some of the students are okay with it they will have like they will look into this video and if someone is not free at this time they can have a watch later so that's the main purpose of doing the class now not later then after this we have to write the date okay and then write and yeah the date should be in this format like for example if we write 12th just taking a guess 12 February 2020 that so the date has to be written in this format first the date then the month and then the year okay it has to be written in that form after that just write the body part for example since this question is for example this question is for 5 marks then you have to at least write that what are the things that will be included for example the number of competitions are this the rally will be there then if someone is coming for example if there is a chief guest then write like what are the sports that will be there where will this happen for example in the top field or some kind of an auditorium or some kind of a stadium so you have to mention the place when will the things happen for example when is the sports day then who are allowed to participate in what or who is coming for example if a chief guest is coming then you have to mention that okay so at the end just have to write the name and the designation for example in this what we have to write since your name is XYZ write XYZ and you are the sports captain so at the end just have to write sports captain so this is the format for a notice okay it is very easy that there is no complication just have to remember we have to write the full name of the organization at the top followed by the date in this format then you have to write this word notice okay this is very important then the description and the purpose in brief for example what it is saying about for example the other notice that we did was on the sports day so for example sports day annual sports day celebration you have to write that like that and then comes the body, which will include when is it, what is it all about, and those things. Write the name and the designation. So this is the overall format for the notice writing. Now let's move forward to the next thing, which is invitation. Now in invitation, there is a thing that there are two types of invitations. One is a formal invitation, the other is an informal invitation. Now this one is for a formal invitation and this one is for informal. Okay, so there are two types of formats for both. And another thing is that if you are writing a formal invitation, the language that you use in the invitation, that has to be formal, and the language that you are using for an informal invitation, that can be casual. Now these are the main formats for that. For example, if you want to invite a chief guest for some kind of a program, okay, so first you have to write from where it is going. For example, your school's name is once again DVA school, so you have to write from your name, or example from the principal, DVA school, date, time, place. Okay, kuntu date pothiaisa, ketia pothiaisa, and place ketiar karone, that is hetu kuntu timer karone rakhisa, hetu bostu pothiabo lagibo. ধৰা ডেটটো লিখি দিলো আমি 15th March 2026 লিখি দিলো, then time to লিখি দিলো for example 10:30 AM আৰু place to লিখি দিলো গুৱাহাটী. Okay, so in that way, আৰু একেলগতে নিলিখে, এনেকে একেটা লাইনতে নিলিখে, these things have to be written in separate lines. Okay, nicely, neatly, clearly. And once again, for invitation, the box is very important. There has to be a box. You have to write the invitation inside a box. Now for example, to whom are you sending? For example, someone chief guest. Okay, for example, the chairman of the sports committee, okay, district sports committee. Okay, then you have to write his name, for example, Dr. this and this, then chairman of sports committee this district. Okay, have to write the description of sorry, not description, the name and the designation of the person to whom you are sending it. Hello. Then you have to write why are you inviting him, to where are you inviting him, okay, what is the purpose of his visit, everything inside the body, each and every information, that what are the things that will happen. Okay, everything should be included in the information. Now what is this RSVP? This is actually written so that the person will reply to the invitation. Okay, now this is kind of obligatory kind of thing, you can also skip it, but also write who sent it. Okay, so from whom it is going, for example, it you have sent it. Okay, কিহৰ কি হয় হেতু বস্তু ধুনিয়াকে লিখিব লাগিব, যে কাক পঠিয়াইছা, বস্তুটো কাক পঠিয়াইছা, তুমি যিজনক পঠিয়াইছা তেওঁৰ ডেজিগনেশনটো আকৌ এবাৰ তলত ধুনিয়াকে লিখি দিব লাগিব. আফটাৰ দ্যাট এটুটো হৈ গ'ল ফৰ্মেট ফৰ্মেলৰ কাৰণেটো একে, কাৰণ এইবিলাক তোমাৰ বেছি মাৰ্কছৰ কোৱেশ্চন নহয়, most probably this will count for 4 to 5 marks. 4 to 5 marks karone etu ahe. So this is the format for a formal invitation. Aru informal invitation karone kune pothiaisa, ketia pothiaisa, kak pothiaisa, dio use koriba pariba, yat hole sir ba ma'am use koriba lagiba, yat hole dear use koriba pariba. We can use words like dear and all because this is an informal invitation. For example, you are inviting a distant cousin of yours to a wedding which is happening at your place. So you have to write your name, the date when it is, then dear this and this, then in the body you have to write that there is a wedding in our place at whatever it is, just include the informations, then write yours sincerely this and this. So it's more like a letter also when you write all these things. Okay, here also you have to write it, but it's like more of a formal thing. and this is more of an informal thing. So the language in which you write the body part of this invitation can be casual. For example, hi, how are you? You can use lines like that. Hope you are fine. I'm inviting you to this and this. So those things. This is basically the invitation. Okay, the informal invitation is basically like a informal letter. Okay, the class where we did informal letters, you know, if somebody has not seen the video, you can go there. The format for letter writing is already given. So if you go to that video, I have shown you how to write an informal letter. So the informal letters are totally casual in nature. So in that way, this is also casual in nature. Okay, then comes after invitation, comes, this is important. This is important because this comes every year. প্ৰত্যেক বছৰতে CBSE ইংলিছৰ এক্সামত জব এপ্লিকেশ্যনৰ কাৰণে কভাৰ লেটাৰ উইথ বায়োডাটা লিখিব কাৰণে আহে। এখন বায়োডাটাখন হল, এখন হৈ গল কভাৰ লেটাৰখন, এখন কভাৰ লেটাৰখন, এখন বায়োডাটাখন। আৰু now the thing is that when you are writing a application letter or a job application letter, there is a thing that যেতিয়া job applicationৰ question আহে, তাৰ লগত এখন advertisement দি দিয়ে। Okay, for a job, looking for a job, এখন advertisement দিয়া থাকে, য'ত job to details কিছুমান দি থোৱা থাকে already. For example, you saw a letter, okay, sorry, an advertisement in which they are searching for a new manager for a museum. Okay, they need a manager for a museum, okay, so that he can keep record of the things and all that. So responding to that responding to that advertisement, responding to that advertisement, you have to write the cover letter and then also include the biodata. Now why is the biodata included? It also signifies that you are qualified for these things. You will have to mention your qualification and your standards in the cover letter, and also like specifically in the biodata. Okay, so for a cover letter, what you have to do is that, okay, who are you? Okay, write your name, your address, then the date of the ketia send kori asa, hey date to likhibo lagibo letter khonar, নিজৰ নামটো লিখিলা, তোমাৰ এড্ৰেছটো লিখিলা, ডেট লিখিলা, কাক পঠিয়াই আছে, সেই এডভাৰটাইজমেন্টখন যাৰ হয়, ফৰ এক্সাম্পল যদি সেই এডভাৰটাইজমেন্টখন কোনোবা এজন মেনেজাৰে দিছে, দেন তেওঁৰ নামটো লিখিব লাগিব, অৰ যদি নাম মেনশন নাই তেনেকে কি লিখিব লাগিব, মেনেজাৰ অফ দিছ এণ্ড দিছ কোম্পানী, কেনেকুৱাকে এড্ৰেছ কৰি তেওঁক লিখিব লাগিব। যদি নেম নাই, ফৰ এক্সাম্পল যদি অকল তেওঁৰ ডেজিগনেশ্যনটো দিয়া আছে, মেনশন দ্য ডেজিগনেশ্যন এণ্ড দি organization in which he is working. So hetu address korile hol, then subject hobo, subject to application for job, henukwa type ba job application in likhile hoy gol, job application for the post of this and this dhori lolu। jodi amar eneke likhibole hoy, ki likhibo lagibo, jodi moi koakhonor bikhoy likhibole hoy je application for job, application of job for the post of museum manager, bas এই লাইনটো লিখিলে হ'ব, যেটো সাবজেক্ট আছে সাবজেক্টত। then if he is a male, right, so if the manager is a female, তাতে ম্যাম লিখিব লাগিব। and if you don't know, যদি স্পেসিফাই কৰা নাই ম্যানেজাৰ জন মেল হয় নে ফিমেল হয়, then just write both with a slash in the middle। বডিটোত কি কি লিখিব লাগিব জানানে? বডিটো প্ৰথমতে লিখিব লাগিব যে why are you interested in the job, হেতুৰ ওপৰত বেস কৰিয়ে এখন লিখিব লাগিব। ফৰ এক্সাম্পল যেহেতু এটা মিউজিয়াম ম্যানেজাৰৰ কাৰণে পোষ্টটো আছে, তো তুমি প্ৰথমতে কি লিখিব লাগিব যে yes I have seen the advertisement for museum manager, এখন পেপাৰত দেখিছো or এখন ম্যাগাজিনত মই পাইছো, and I am very much interested in that position because ধৰি ললো তোমাৰ বায়োডাটাত থকা তুমি এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ খিনি যে ইউ হেভ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ ইন ধৰি লোৱা মিউজিয়লজি তোমাৰ ডিগ্ৰী আছে, মিউজিয়লজিৰ ওপৰত তুমি পঢ়ি থৈছা, অৰ তুমি এনেকুৱা ৱৰ্কশ্বপছ কৰিছা, তোমাৰ এইটো বস্তুৰ ওপৰত ইণ্ডিয়ান হিষ্ট্ৰীৰ ওপৰত নলেজ আছে, ইণ্ডিয়ান আৰ্কিটেকচাৰৰ ওপৰত নলেজ আছে, যিখিনি বস্তু সেই পোষ্টটোৰ কাৰণে দৰকাৰী সেইখিনি কোৱালিফিকেশ্যনছ তোমাৰ আছে, আৰু তুমি ভাবিছা যে ইউ উইল বি এবল টু do a good job in that field, so that has made you interested in that job, then hekhini likhila, then tolat tumi at least keta likhiba lagibo janane, at least tinta bhag koribo lagibo. For example, jodi ami body to karon cover letter application letter khon dighol ahe ha, questions kita long questions ahe. So first you have to write the intro likhila, then likhibo lagibo why are you interested with valid reason, obviously, because কি তোমাৰ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ আছে, কি কাৰণে তুমি ভাবিছা যে এইটো জব তুমি পাৰিবা, এইখিনি লিখিব লাগিব. দেন give a good conclusion, আৰু conclusionটো লগতে, since this is a formal thing, you have to also write thank you, but not অকল thank you বুলি লিখি থলে নহব. প্ৰথমতে লিখিলা ধৰি লোৱা যে তো আপোনালোকৰ যেটো এডভাৰটাইজমেন্ট, I have seen the advertisement for this job, I am very interested in it because বুলি দি প্ৰথমতে ইন্ট্ৰডাকচনৰ ইমান কোন এটা প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফ লিখি ললা. Okay, after that the main body you have to write that I have experiences in this, I have a degree in this, I have studied about these things, I have interest in these things, that's why I think that I will be a good option for this manager positions. Then henuka type of main ekhini bostu likhila. Then conclusion to ki likhiba lebo, hope you will look into it. I have also attached etu likhibo lagibo, I have also attached the biodata along with the cover letter so that you can have further look into my experiences. Ki likhibo lebo, I have also attached the biodata along with the cover letter for you to further look into my experiences or excellences. Okay, এইটো বস্তু লিখিব লাগিব. Then তলত লিখিব লাগিব thank you for your consideration. Thank you লিখিব লাগিব because it's a formal thing. After that, yours faithfully, whoever you are, your name, phone number, you can add your phone number because it's a application letter. Because যদি তেওঁলোকে reply back কৰিব বিচাৰে যে yes we are interested in you, you can join, তেতিয়া তোমালোকৰ এইটো বস্তু ইউজ হ'ব, তো that's why it's a personal information, এটো add কৰিব পাৰা. Then for the biodata, what you have to write in the biodata, again the biodata, if the biodata is in a box, it is better to create a box and then write the biodata inside it. Okay, write biodata, write your name, your father's name, your date of birth, and also you can also write it as D dot DOB লিখি এনেকে dot D তাতো তোমালোকে date of birth লিখিব পাৰা. And also the date of birth also should be in the format of, for example, then write the month, comma, whatever, okay, the year. So the date of birth has to be in this format. Okay, then write your qualifications. For example, you passed BA in dot from dot. Okay, then what else have you passed? Write 3-4 like qualification, just make them up. Okay, make them up and you can just write it. Then experiences, for example, you have experience like workshop on Indian history, for example, workshop on Indian history, then similar topics related to that. Okay, so these kind of things, like for the experiences, you can add as many as you want according to the word limit, obviously do not exceed the word limit. Then references, if there are any, for example, referred by this and that. If somebody from this company, you know someone from this company and he has referred you, and also if there is a reference, then it will be mentioned in the question itself that you are referred by this person. It will be there. Okay, when we will be solving the previous year questions in the upcoming videos, then you will understand how the questions are framed. Okay, then it will help you again. So this is the format for the cover letter of the job application, and this is the format for the biodata. Okay, this is the format for the biodata. The format has to be correct. Okay, the format has to be correct because it is very important. If the format is wrong and if you are not providing the box, then there will be marks deducted from your answer. Okay, so this is the format for the biodata, and this is the format for the cover letter, the application letter, the cover letter. Then now let's have a look at the normal letter. For example, letter to the editor, letter to someone. Now for letter writing, I am not giving a very like brief, or not brief, an elaborate explanation, because for letter writing we have already done a class in a previous video. So if somebody wants to know about that, wants to know about letter writing, you can go and watch that later. Oh, this is for 12th. Okay, this is for 12th standard. For 12th standard English examinations. Okay, this is for the 12th standard CBSE. Just reminding it. It's not for the Assam Education State Board. It's for the CBSE students. Okay, and this is only the creative writing section. This video is only about the creative writing section. Okay, so this is the format for letter writing. I will not be like repeating it again for the letter writing. It's similar. For example, you have to write, okay, whom you are sending to, for example, this and that, at the date, okay, who is the receiver to whom you are sending, then also the subject, body. Then body part is very important, you know, just to include all the questions. And if the letter writing is for example, longer question, for example 10 marks, okay, if the letter writing is for 10 marks, then you have to write, just giving an example, okay, at least 8 to 9 points in the body part. Okay, and don't forget to divide the body into 3 parts. First will be the introduction, second, which will be the bigger part, where you have to add everything like what is it about, why are you writing the letter, every information that you have to include is in the middle part of the body. And then also include a section of the conclusion that will be connected to the question. যিটো question হয় সেটো লগত কানেক্ট কৰি মেলি এটা কনক্লুজন এটা লিখিলে হল ধুনিয়াকে। তো তিনটা পাৰ্টত ডিভাইড কৰিব লাগিব বডিটো লেটাৰৰ কাৰণে। এণ্ড দেন write yours faithfully, yours sincerely. Okay, don't forget to write these things, yours faithfully, yours sincerely, and then your name. This is the format for the letter writing. I am not going to elaborately explain the letter writing because that has already been done in a previous video. Now articles and report come for the longest ones, the highest marks. Okay, from this section, from the creative writing section in the CBSE exams, most like junto question of sobatke besi marks thake, junto besi lamba thake, hetu hoy gol report writing and article writing. Now report writing and article writing or kane jikono type of topic ahibo pare. Ami jetia class kunba ta class ami jeta common topics khini jeta korim CBSE English or karone, tetia moi report writing aru article writing oru common di dim, jeneke moi agor alti aru mane like Assam State Board or English or exam or karone moi common disilo and common or pra ahise questions, henokake moi CBSE er karoneo common questions uliam dim, eta class korim, gotekhini cover korim meli, everything cover kori moi sob chapters cover kori eta common video hetu moi korim. Now report writing aru article writing or almost same hoy. Okay, almost same hoy, eku difference bishek nai duitate. Prothomote to heading line to sobote likhiboi lagibo, আৰু কোনে লিখিছে by whoever you are. For example, if you are a student leader, then you have to write your name and then write student reporter. And maximum question not already তোমাৰ নাম বা designation to mentioned থাকে. যদি এটো mentioned আছে, then there is no problem. ঠিক আছে, designation to কৈয়ে দিয়ে, you are the sports captain, you are this, you are that. Okay, you are a reporter, you are a student, you are a this. তো সেই বস্তু তো already mentioned থাকে. So যেতিয়া হেটো বস্তু mentioned থাকে, then you have no problem in writing. Okay, for the heading it will be the topic. For example, if you have to write a report or an article on women empowerment, just for an example, then the heading will be okay, I will be using the thing youth empowerment, because youth empowerment or oporot joakali alternative english or mane Assam state board or ahise essay. So let's take that topic. Okay, youth youth empowerment, for example. So heading to dhuniyake, and try to write the heading in block letters. Try to write the heading of a report or an article in block letters nicely in the middle of the box or whatever it is. Okay, in the middle of the box, write it nicely. Then by this has not to a2 by sentence to jitu ase etu nathakilo hobo, mane like etu capital letters pura likhibo nalage, because that is your name. And also if it's a report, article holeo report holeo date to likhibo lagibo the side ot kenekwa ke date to likhibo lagibo. Okay, date to kenekwa ke likhibo lagibo jana, again the same thing, jitu date thakibo hetu agot thakibo, followed by the month, followed by the year, whichever year. For example, etu year or karone etu amar কি হব 2026 হব, যিকোনো এটা ডেট, দেন মান্থ, দেন যেটো 2026 বলি মেলি এই যেটো বাই সেন্টেন্স আমাৰ আছে, এই যেটো বাই সেন্টেন্স টু বাই হুম ইট ইজ, এই বাই সেন্টেন্স টু কমাতে ইয়াতে ডেট টু আহিব. After that the body part, I think it should include, the body part should include at least 100 to 125 words, which mean you have to include at least 9 to 10 points related to the topic. Okay, at least 9 to 10 points related to the topic, because কিয় কৈছো report writing আৰু article writing সবতকে বেছিকে আহে, মানে বেছি মাৰ্কছৰ কাৰণে আহে creative writing section টো ভিতৰত, and এই দুটা বস্তুতে যে সবতকে কম ফৰমেট আছে, যে ওপৰত হেডিং টো লিখিলে হল, দেন কোনে দিছে হেতু বস্তু আৰু ডেট টো দিলে হল, তাৰ বাহিৰতো বেলেগ ধৰণৰ একো নাথাকে, হয় না, বেলেগ ধৰণৰ ফৰমেট তাত নাথাকে, স্পেসিফিক ফৰমেট যে কি লিখিব লাগিব কি নালাগিব. That's why body part is the most important thing for both report article দুইটাৰ কাৰণে. Body part টো mainly এই যেটো টপিক দিব, for example youth empowerment ৰ লগত related at least 9 to 10 points লিখিব লাগিব. For example youth empowerment কৰিলে কি কি হ'ব, youth empowerment কৰিলে কি future কি হব কি নহব তেনেকে এতিয়া students খিনি কি help কৰিব future generation কি message পঠিয়াব হেনেকুৱা টাইপৰ related কৰি at least 9 to 10 and do not write it point wise points to কিয় কৈ দিছো মনত ৰাখিবৰ কাৰণে এটা just to remember memorize কৰিবৰ কাৰণে যে মই point টো কৈছো যে কিমান কিটা point include কৰিব লাগিব obviously you have to write it in a paragraph form okay paragraph form yate etia report writing article writing or karone you guys can do for at least 3ta paragraph or 4ta paragraph koriba para karon eto dighol heri hoyto besi marks or karone ahe to body part to ami 4ta man paragraph ot bhagabo paro but main bostu to hol je etu to report aru article or karoneu inform কি বুলি কয় হেৰিটো থাকিব লাগিব মানে প্ৰথমৰ ইন্ট্ৰডাকশনটো থাকিব লাগিব দেন বাকিখিনি পইণ্টস এড হৈ যাব 9 to 10 পইণ্টস এড হৈ যাব তাৰ পিছত কনক্লুজন এটাও দিবা কনক্লুজনটো কেনেকে দিবা write your viewpoint for example if these things happen this situation depicts that from my point of view বুলি নিলিখিবা don't use my from my point of view but still write your opinion as like if these things will happen for like ekhini bostu bhal hobo ekhini bostu beya hobo kenekwa type of add kori pelai eta conclusion eta for at least 3 to 4 lines write the conclusion okay so this is the format for report and article writing now let's have a look at some of the tips that you must follow while solving the section of creative writing okay and again I am telling you this video is for the CBSE students okay so tips are that for example each and every question may it be a notice may it be an invitation a job application a normal letter whatever it is each and every question has a proper format okay a proper format of writing so make sure you follow that format okay that format has to be followed anyhow or else your marks will be deducted okay if the format is wrong but still you have written a very good answer still you will get less marks okay because the format is not correct then write inside a box where needed see maximum of the questions are maximum of the questions need to be written inside a box for example invitation notice application letters they have to be like inside a box so don't forget that make a box what you can do is that first you just write it first you write the entire thing keep this and this much of for example 1 centimeter gap in both the sides and then after you have completed writing after that you can just create the box okay then you can just create the box according to whatever you have written according to that length okay then what else to remember the body of any of the topics must include what is it about where are the things going to happen when will it happen for whom it is happening and for who is it happening and for whom is the thing dedicated to or given to these topics have to be included in the body of each and every question and mostly the informations are all given in the question tote answer thakibo logia information khini diye thake di thuai thake maximum khini di thuai thake to he question to bhalke pohile hol bhalke sale hol setur porai titia answer to dhunia ke likhiba para jabo and you will definitely get good marks if you are thorough with the format jodi format to bhalke jana then it will be a good help for you guys then appropriate conclusion to appropriate hobo laibo dhunia ke and also out of the topic jodi likha bole bahut lamba likhisa 3-4 paragraph likhi disa but out of the topic no use you have to be inside the topic or topic to logo related dhunia ke conclusion to dibo lagibo then follow the word limit diye every question of word limit diye next jite ami question paper solve korim 2025 or english or question paper solve korim next video jitia dim So then you guys will notice the way the questions are framed. Aru questions bilakot already the word limit is already given in the questions, okay, and most of the informations are already given in the question. So there is no problem for you all to like think and think about what to write and what not to write. Then use of formal language. Most of the questions that come for the exams, that come for our exams, are on formal topics. Hardly any informal letters do come. Okay, the invitation may be there, the invitations can come for an informal invitation, but mostly the questions are for formal. That's why make sure that the language you are using is a formal language. Do not use informal language. So these are the main topics, these are the main things you have to remember. These are the tips for like solving the creative writing section. Okay, and if you keep in mind all the if you are thorough with all the formats, then it will be helpful for you all. So if you want, you can go back in the video and just click a screenshot of the format so that it will be a help for you, and you can follow that format later when you will be studying for your exams. You guys can do that. Go back and click a screenshot of the formats. Okay, now in this class we learned about the things or the topics included in the creative writing section for the English exams of CBSE students or CBSE institutes. Okay, so what did we talk about today? We talked about the formats and the important points. You have to remember to write a notice, an invitation, or a job application, a cover letter, a bio data, a normal letter, an informal and a formal letter. Okay, everything has to be included, and everything we have included in this video. And I hope this video was helpful for you all. In later videos, we will also be bringing up some of the common topics that may come for the exams, and also we will be solving previous year questions. Okay, so hope you guys are benefiting from our videos, and that has always been the goal of ours. So for today, thank you, and we will see you in the next class. Till then, take care, keep studying. Bye bye.